We've spent years working toward a dream, but lately it's the small, half-finished projects that have been holding us back. But this week, we finally tackle a few of them, and something shifts.
Good work.
Because sometimes it's not the big milestones, but the little things that keep a dream alive.
Very pleased.
We're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married and after 8 years of van life, found our dream property and moved across the globe to Portugal, where we're now documenting the journey of transforming this historic watermill into our very first home, not on wheels. Now, let's take in a deep breath. And let it out. Let the adventure begin. Look at that blue sky. Whoa. You ready for this?
Ready.
Just decapitated our first lettuce head. It's beautiful. I think it might grow back.
Yeah, I think so.
2 weeks later, and it has grown back. Cool.
The kitties are a mouse patrol.
I think we need a bigger bowl.
It's like as big as your head.
Lettuce heads. The Portuguese are actually called lettuce heads.
Well, we can see why.
Yeah, the lettuce grows so well here.
I think we should cut one more off for sure right now.
Look at those lettuce leaves. I just want to like stick my face in it and go like motorboat.
What do you want to do?
No, I'm not doing that. Okay.
Just one confident cut.
Not too bad.
The bounty.
That's gonna be a nice few salads.
And then you got more.
A lot more. Wow.
He dropped something.
But the winter rains made a little like sand bar in our lagoon.
The kitties.
As much as I find myself missing the freedom of the open road these days and the endless sense of adventure and aliveness that van life dished out in abundance, back when we called the road home, I dreamed of things like this. The novelty of watching the seasons change, the gift of watching different flowers bloom, and living with a beginner's mind as we learn to work with the land, eat from it, care for it, and have it care for us back. I think a part of my soul will forever long for the open road, but I've never felt more grounded, and for that, and for this lettuce, I am so grateful for the nourishment and wonder that living here gives us. Look at how beautiful our lettuce looks. And our strawberry. And my amazing walnut bread. Our first lettuce harvest. Last year all of our lettuce went to seed and we didn't get to enjoy it, so it's so crunchy and like thick yet soft. Wow, there's nothing like growing your own food. Truly magical. Drew will be so excited to try this. He's already working with Mario this morning, so he's gonna have some delayed gratification. I think they're cutting down olive trees.
All right, we got the tools, we got the equipment, and we got two guys out here. We're gonna start by taking down some more of the eucalyptus that are right back here. We're gonna take the top of this terrace, make a flattened area, and then we're gonna work on pruning, clipping all of our olive trees. As you can see behind the container, we've really cleaned things up. There used to be a huge pile.
A lot of this was from the old roof over the old mill. A lot of eucalyptus and the old transom chestnut beams. We ultimately want to relocate these or add some of this to the burn pile. We will do that before summer.
It seemed a little too close next to the container. If there was a wildfire, that the back end of the container would have a hot tush. A lot of land clearing this week. It's especially nice when the sun's back out. Really feels great to work on these days. Let's get to it. Whoop, whoop. And pull it, yeah. All right, let's hook some ropes up. All right, second try. Bingo! If anybody knows a thing or two about backpacking, this is usually how you hang your food at night out on the trail to keep it away from bears. You put a rock at the end of the rope, toss it up, and then you hoist up your bag. In today's case, we're just pulling the tree the direction we want it to fall. Trying to make it through the jungle. Finding guys who help you on the job that you can trust with their abilities is really important. It's key to safety, key to good work. Yeah, there we go. Nice. We took out an olive branch from the dead part too. We want to get rid of all the dead growth in these olive trees and keep what we can for a bountiful olive harvest in the future. That was perfect. We'll hook to the next one. Oh no! Now I'm fighting the bushes. Oh, there you go. All right. There we go. There we go. For anybody who's curious, we do not have bears in this part of southern Portugal or in Portugal in general. So don't have to worry about a bear coming out while we're working over it in this dense forest area. Okay. I was pulling a lot harder on that one.
It starts to go this way.
I could feel it, because I was thinking maybe I should have been up there pulling.
All of this land work is also something we never had to do in van life, but the sense of camaraderie, community, and the sense of progress that seeing things transform brings is really what keeps Drew going.
I know you guys have seen us do a ton of burning over the last few months in various videos, but it's extremely important when we get the chance to take out the weakest spots, the spots that feels like they're the most growth and leaves our home, our equipment, our containers vulnerable. So that's what we're doing. The last area that if the wind was to come up the canyon, kind of from this big ravine, get rid of the eucalyptus in it and make sure that throughout the summer, the dry months, when it's not green like this, that we can feel reassured that we're safe.
Something else about van life is that we could leave during the hazard seasons, whether it be hurricanes, fires, tsunamis, etc. But now that we're tethered to land that is prone to massive fires during the dry season, we feel a deep sense of responsibility and motivation to prepare ourselves and our land for any dangers that could be. Because by making our land safe, we not only make it safe for ourselves and our kitties, but we also make it safer for everyone around us.
It's a lot harder wood we're cutting when we're cutting these olive trees. We've decided that the 12 olive trees on our property need a little sprucing up, a little pruning. So that's what we're after right now. You can see from it here, they're looking a little bushy. But what's tricky on some of these, and especially this one, is these are all new shoots around here. Whereas that's the dead old center part that has a little bit of life. But what do we do about all the shoots, all the spawns out from the sides, all the suckers? This type of tree, super easy because it's one solid tree growing up that wasn't hurt by fire in the past. Whereas this one, the wildfires really did a number on it. And you can see all the dead branches up at the top. So much healthier tree, rough looking tree, rough. We're gonna do our best here, guys.
While Drew and Mario give their best lumberjack efforts with our olive trees, I want to share with you the best, most reliable security solutions when it comes to safeguarding your home and life. Thanks to Raiolink, the innovative and user-friendly sponsor of today's episode. As you guys know, we value our safety and security so much here, which is another reason why we ended up in Portugal, which ranks among the top 10 safest countries in the world consistently. This year it was actually ranked number 7 in between Switzerland and Denmark. But that doesn't change the fact that we like to be able to keep an eye on our beloved watermill, on our camper here, and on our kitties no matter where we might be. And if where we end up being is home, it's also extremely convenient that through the Raiolink app, we are able to get a notification directly to our phones whenever motion is detected on any of our cameras. Hello, hello!
I can hear you.
I also love that the night vision on these cameras captures our kitties on the prowl between our Argus 4 Pro, our 2 Argus PT Ultras, and our Track Mix LTE. We are able to monitor everything and stay in security. And we also love using the Home Hub, which is our in-home backup for all of the cameras spread across the property. And right now it's actually their 16th anniversary, and they are celebrating with a huge anniversary sale from the 2nd to the 22nd of June. So go ahead and check them out and see how their products can help you experience the best next level of protection, whether indoors or outdoors. But speaking of outdoors, let's get back to our guys and those olive trees.
So we were wondering, do we cut these branches off the center? And the idea is that it's like this, the cup, and light comes in the center. So yeah, let's chop these ones off. My understanding is this is like the last window of opportunity to cut them right before summer hits. So it's exactly what we're doing. Hard to tell though really what should be clipped because these trees have just not been maintained in at least a decade. There was a wildfire on this property about 9 years ago, so that really took its toll on some of the trees over here. But it's so interesting how some spots get hit with fire and some spots don't. So we'll expect the best possible outcome, that there will be no fires around here, other than the controlled burns that we're doing. There's a monkey in the tree. Looking good. You can actually move around up in there.
Get me the small chainsaw.
Yep. One chainsaw. All right, so I looked up what is the best information and best time of year and the best step-by-steps for pruning an olive tree. Let's see if we've been doing it correct so far.
It's good to cut first and then read.
I know, we practiced off of what knowledge that we know.
Okay.
Two men who just do a lot of work. We just did our best. That's all we could ask for. When to prune? Late winter to early spring. Yeah. Olive trees thrive in sunlight and air circulation, so your goal is to open up the canopy and remove excess growth. Clean up the base, remove any suckers, shoots from the base, and water sprouts, weak vertical shoots inside the tree. Open the canopy in a vase shape, so like a V. Remove inward growing branches. Aim for 3 to 5 main structural branches spaced out like an open cup. This helps light reach the interior. Step 3, thin out crowded growth. Remove crossing branches and anything that causes crowding in the center. Focus on horizontal branches that produce more fruit. 4, reduce height if necessary. Trim the top of the tree if it's too tall for easy harvesting. Ooh, so it's saying to like cut the top off to bring it lower. And then lastly, maintain the shape. Each year, maintain the open structure and remove any excess new growth. Olive trees are hardy, but produce best with a balanced structure. Older trees can handle heavier pruning.
Sounds good to me.
We are two educated working men. All right, and there's the results of the first tree that we attempted. Pretty open up inside. We got rid of a lot of the suckers that were down, sucking the energy from the sides. And you can really see the light's gonna be able to get inside there. On to our next one, which is much trickier because the center of it has a bunch of deadness, but there's a lot of life coming out of it too.
Mario left for the day, so I am reinforcement. Got the tiny motosserra here.
Remember, you're trying to open up the crown.
That's right. Let's cut off the one right up there. See?
Nice.
Ah.
Make all the grunting sounds you can. Sound like a caveman, cavewoman.
All right.
Good work.
Wow.
That was a big one. Jeez.
I know, it was reaching all the way up to the sky in the middle there.
Wow. Isn't that chainsaw sweet?
Yeah, it's a lot more effective than I thought it would be. One day we'll be able to harvest our own olives. Make our own olive oil. There's actually like a place where you can press your olives and make it here locally.
You guys might remember Paul, the guy who had the farm with the donkey and the pigs. They've actually invested in creating an olive press because the olive press that was the one Brittany's mentioning actually had too much demand for it. So these guys decided to make their own so they can make sure all the olives they have and harvest are processed and don't go to waste.
One last branch to cut before we call it a day, I think. There it is. All right, babes. I'm going to send it down to you to put in the burn pile.
Come get the full effect and bring it on over.
All right, here it comes. Hurrah! Not sure I did that very well, but
A little more might.
I got little tiny chicken wings. Actually, they're not so small. Yeah. Okay. One-handed's the problem here. All right, you guys are gonna help me out. A little better.
Little assist. Nice.
Yay! What a day. What a day is right.
It's a perfect day with no wind.
Wow. And a few days later, this is how it looks. Wow. I'd have to say, I think we have some pretty old olive trees. Beautiful evening.
New day, new project. Mari just showed up and we are gonna be working on finishing the backside of the container doors. This has been a long time coming. You guys know I insulated our workshop back a few years ago. Wow, I said years ago, like a year and a half ago, and I never ended up finishing the backs of these doors. So what we're gonna do is cut off all the foam here so that it's flush to the insulation, and then we are going to put glue on here and put a big sheet of plywood over it. Hopefully the glue is strong enough to hold it, and then I have some trim pieces to give it a nice look, just like this, framing it in top, sides, and bottom. There's the man of the hour. Projects every day. All right, these are gonna look beautiful once we get done with them. They're gonna match the rest of the walls of the container. Just like that. Like everything we do around here, we're experimenting, seeing what tools work the best for the results that we want. Mari and I have been working for about 15-20 minutes using the little X-Acto knives and getting good results. But then all of a sudden we had the idea, why not use the oscillator? And check this out, guys. It cuts like butter. It's like we're giving the foam a haircut or shearing a sheep. Impressive. I think this is what I might use for a bit. Pretty cool. Huh.
Yeah?
Not bad. It works better than I thought it did.
Yeah. It will really fast.
Yeah. That's not gonna work. Okay, we're not gonna try that. We thought we'd have a good laugh with that.
You trust me?
I do. It's in it. I do know it's in the middle of. Well, I think it's the middle.
Nearly straight.
Very straight, yeah.
Should be
Seems
fine.
right. Yeah, we're good. Locked and loaded. It's glue time.
Mr. T-Rex.
There we are. The dinosaur has been here. Oh, I went through mine so fast. We got a lot messier down here. So we're just about done getting all the glue on here. Can you imagine if I did this right now? And Mario was stuck to it. You'd be stuck to our container forever.
Forever and ever.
The dinosaur glue. We like having you around, so that wouldn't be a bad thing. All right, we're gonna stick this now on it because we've got it all set up right. We got some wedges down here on the bottom, as well as these that we're gonna shim over on the side with a screw down low and one screw up here. We're gonna open it up and then let it dry for a little bit while we do the other door. I'll put a clamp here in a minute. You can see a little squeezed out the bottom, a tiny bit.
Seeing how much fun Drew and Mario have working together makes editing these videos even more fun for me. Here you can see that they use the glue to draw 3 smiley faces. One for Drew, Mario, and one for me there at the bottom. But getting to work with a friend definitely makes getting the job done more fun and more motivating.
Does it fit? Beautiful. Seems perfect to me. All right, Mario, you told me there's 1,000 things you can do with WD-40. What are they all? Today it's fixing one of the clamps. There we go. One for the top. So right now we're doing all the trim edging. Look at this, L trim, 3 centimeters by 3. And it's going to cover up these nasty foam walls here. And looking pretty great all the way through. No more. Ding ding. Bingo.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Our box is complete. Doors are now designer doors. It's been coming a long, long time to get this project done. Me so happy. You're so happy.
Oh, I'm totally
very happy. Very happy.
And Friday.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness it's Thursday. We work so hard we forget what day it is around here. It's actually Labor Day in Portugal today, and we're laboring away. Apparently it's Labor Day.
It's Labor Day.
That's right. Do your best work on Labor Day.
Yeah. Just one day in a year. We have to work good.
And we have snacks, thanks to my wife. Have some sausage, Mario. Oh, tomato down. Tomato down. Still good. Lovely.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow. This project has been needing to be done. It was like one of those things on the to-do list that like just wasn't really pressing, but it was constantly in our face that it hadn't been finished. And look at this. Wow. So let this serve as your reminder that like whatever that project is you've been putting off but that you keep constantly seeing and makes you consistently feel like you're just not finishing your work, like do it.
Especially when it's in your face.
Whoa.
Every time we went in and out of this container, which was many times every day.
Yeah. Thank you to Mario's for helping us stop procrastinate. You, I guess.
Yeah.
I was editing in the camper, but Mario was definitely a motivator in this.
Yeah, we worked all day at this today.
It looks so good.
I'm very pleased.
Yep, so I know this wasn't a watermill project, but it is all part of the big picture. And we're just trying to wrap up some loose ends before Drew's parents come and before our builders come back, which we are hoping is very soon. So,
yeah,
it is,
finishing up the
yeah,
odd jobs.
That's right. And big works on the mill to come. In the meantime, make sure to watch which episode. Which one would we recommend? A random oldie? How about
This one. My arm's dying, but okay.
You have to pick one. How about the one?
How about where we build out the bed frame in our van? Actually, the wall. Remember when we had to cut that wood in such a shape so that it fit around the windows in our camper van?
Okay, making the walls of the camper.
Yeah.
Slightly similar to this.
It feels very connected.
This was a lot easier though. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it really helped having somebody else with me all day working.
Teamwork, guys. Teamwork makes the dream work.